fashion, Imam Sadiq says, one who does not give fitrah, his sawm, his fasting is not complete unless he gives fitrah. This hadith, for those who are interested in looking, Wasa'il al-Shia, there's a whole section on the ahadith, a collection of the Aimma and their sayings in regards to Salatul Fitr or Zakatul Fitrah, what it stands for, the philosophy. This is one of the philosophies that I mentioned. To cleanse one's soul. If you notice in the Quran, every time Allah mentions Salat, He mentions Zakat. Every time Allah mentions in the Quran, He talks about prayer, He brings Zakat. And then another instant He says, قَدْ أَفْلَهَا مَنْ تَزَكَّى. Those who have given Zakat or practiced this practice that the Prophet has ascribed, those are the winners, those are the victorious ones. Those are the ones who have arrived where they're supposed to arrive.
MashaAllah.
So inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq and the understanding of why we gathered here today. And what is it that we seek to achieve in this gathering? The reason we're happy today is, yes, we have many narrations talking about that Allah has put shaitan in a cage and shaitan has no access over us, but we do realize there comes a point where we see, you know what, I understand shaitan is locked up, but there's a lot of problems I still have. I can't blame all my actions on shaitan. The shaitan external, yes, the one who influences and who speaks to me and who wants to take me to hellfire with his instigation, yes, he's locked up, but there's a window open in my heart. This month of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was that month that helps you close that window to shaitan. And this is the day you celebrate having control over yourself, emancipating yourself from your own base self and now giving yourself to a higher self, a more awake self and a more aware self. Two fatwas, as is the mustahab recommendation. I shall be reading ruling 2005 from the Tawdi al-Musail al-Samat al-Syed Sistani, hafadhahullah. The Syed says, a person must give, for those who do not know the ahkam, a person must give fitrah on behalf of all those are considered his dependents. So you give a fitrah on behalf of everyone who is dependent on you in their sustenance or their livelihood at the time of sunset on the eve of Eid al-Fitr. Irrespective of whether they are young or old, Muslims or non-Muslims, and whether it is obligatory on him to pay for the living expenses or not, whether they are in his town or in another town. If someone depends on you financially, it is upon whoever is the sponsor to help them and to pay fitrah on their behalf. So whoever is dependent on you, you count those people and you pay the fitrah. So this is ruling 2005. And last but not least, ruling 2008. Many people ask this question, is like, Molana, if somebody shows up at my house on the last day of Shahr Ramadan for iftar, that's a lot of people I have to pay fitrah for. The ruling states you don't have to pay fitrah for anyone who's not staying overnight. So if someone comes to your house for iftar, he can have his iftar and you should be happy to go home at that time. He goes home and he pays his own fitrah and he pays for the fitrah of those people who live in your house. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Al-Asr. إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد.